Scrappy friends, and a big welcome to both the SpiegelMom Scraps YouTube channel today and my own channel. Obviously I have a share today for SpiegelMom Scraps, and I am playing today with the Ice Cream Dream Collection. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Ice Cream Dream Collection. This collection just called to me. It's so pretty, and because it's so pretty, I thought, what better time than to scrap a photograph of myself. So I recently had a stack of photos printed. I took advantage of a I think it was a 5-cent print or something offer, and had a stack of photos printed. This was one of them. I've chopped it down, and it's about, I think, 2.5 by 3.5 inches or something. I just felt that was a good size for it. It's a photograph of me with my new glasses on. You saw right at the beginning I had a plate that I traced around on this textured white cardstock, just with a pencil, and I've taken that over to my sewing machine and stitched with gold thread. I think I did 6. I think I did 6 circles. I'm not sure. And I thought it would be fun today. Instead of trying to pick a particular collection to work with this sequin mix, I pulled out the colours. See my paintbrush there? That's awesome. Anyway, so I don't know where this idea came from to have this kind of wreath design, but it's what came to my mind, and I just ran with it. I ended up, like I said, decided to match ink colours to this beautiful collection, which, by the way, is designed by the amazing Sara Scraps. And so the three, I've used Distress Oxides. The 3 colours that I've used are Tattered Rose, Bundled Sage, and Tumbled Glass. You can see I'm just smushing those onto my glass mat and activating them with a little spritz of water, and then just splashing them all the way around this circle. The Tattered Rose is really quite faint, and as I was adding extra layers, I kind of thought, I did dry off with my heat tool in between colours. I didn't really want them to mush together, though the oxides are pretty good at not doing that if they're not like dripping wet, which is awesome. But like I said, that Tattered Rose was quite faint, so I have gone back in with another round of that. I also added some gold splatter. You can see that there with my Heidi Swab gold colour shine. And then I have a little basket that has got some offcuts. They're either like a gutted 12 by 12 pattern paper, or I've chopped a corner out, or something like that. And that's what these 2 pattern papers are. The blue one is from Paige Evans' Whimsical Collection, and then the pinky colour one is from Coco Villa Studio. It's from a fairly old collection, Life is Beautiful. So I just thought that those colours match really well with the colours that I had on my page, and with that sequin mix. So that is why I chose them. And you can see I've double mounted it on that white cardstock. And I actually had to do some piecing of the papers together. You can't see it. It's on the bottom edge. But like I said, you can't even, now that you know it's there, you might notice, but it's all good. These are the offcuts that I have left over from those pattern papers, and you can see I'm just cutting those a little bit smaller to mount behind my photo. I've added some tissue paper. I wanted to soften it up a little bit, and then I also added the gold stitching. I think I've done 3. Yeah, I think it's 3. 3 goes around with the gold thread. This is literally all I've got left of this pattern paper. So I did trim out the center, thinking that I would use some of those butterflies, which I don't end up using. Spoiler alert. I'm using my tear tape here from the SpiegelMom Scrap Shop. Truth be told, my ATG had run out, and the tear tape was at just right there, so I just used it. Right? It's what we all do, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so you can see I'm just using that tape to secure all my layers here. Just making sure that is stuck down. And I'm going to use my powder tool here just to get rid of the stick from that for now. I don't want it sticking to my glass mat permanently. And I'm going to bring in the Big Mama foam tape here. This is the original one, so it is a little bit thinner. So height-wise, it's a little bit thinner than the Big Mama foam tape 2, which I think you have seen me use. No, that's coming up. Spoiler alert. Okay. So I am happy with my placement there. I want to bring in another circle. So I pulled in this white doily, but as you could see, it got totally lost. I've got the pink and I've got the blue in my layers there, but I had nothing else green. So I decided to DIY my doily, right? This is the bundled sage. Again, I've smushed it onto my glass mat. I thought I'd paint it on to start with. You'll see, there you go. Smush it in, and then I'm like, I've got no paint left. I don't know why I bothered cleaning my glass mat right now. I don't understand why I did that. And I'm just going to add more ink straight to that. Add water, dump my doily in, and then I'm like, oh, now I've got heaps of colour. Whoops. So I went into my stash, grabbed some tags, thinking I could use those on this layout. And even if I don't use them on this layout, they are now green tags that I'm sure I can add to something, or I can add layers to, or something. So you can see I'm just making sure I'm getting up as much colour as I can, smushing that down, cleaning off my glass mat. I'm going to use my heat tool to dry those off. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I need there. So I'm going to try and also tuck in these tags, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really green. So I pull in some more of these scraps, and I'm going to cut down a couple of tags. Just using my scissors and one of the tags that I coloured because I like the shape of them. I do muck around with this for a little while, and at one point I did turn the camera off because I was getting really frustrated. I was trying with some floral stickers that kind of worked but kind of didn't. So yeah, I cracked it and I turned the camera off, and then I was like, I know what I can use here. So you'll see that in a little while. Just playing with these tags. I do try the green one in here as well, and the reason that I didn't use it is I felt like it encroached too much into the circle, too much to the right hand side of the page. So that's the only reason that I didn't use it. Also, I think it is a bit too much green. I'm really happy with how this page turns out in the end. You can see here I'm just playing with my layers. I'm going to pop this blue tag in here, just chop it down a bit more, distress the edges. I've distressed the edges, I think I said, on everything, which helps disguise that bottom edge. And then I was like, okay, I think what I need here is something a bit darker. You can see on the page I've pulled out a few embellishments. They are from the die cuts from Life is Beautiful. You can see them sitting on the left hand side there. And I pulled out a few bits and pieces, and I use this sticker, which I've cut in half, and I use, what else do I use from this collection? Obviously that pattern paper, the pinky coloured one, and the Love It little arrow there. I'm going to distress this half of this sticker as well, and I will add that into my layers on the other side, a little bit further down. I'm like, yep, happy with that. So I've peeled off some of the backing tape from that foam tape. Now, because the doily was just poking out the tiniest little smidge at the top and the bottom, I was just like, this is driving me crazy. I'm going to chop it off. Here I am playing with these florals. I did cut out most of this. There was like 15 minutes. And I go as far as actually sticking this floral down. I'm going to stick down, so I'm going to distress the edge of this, use some foam tape, stick this down as well. And then I kind of got stuck, which you will see in, actually I think I cut most of it out because there was so much of me doing nothing. I just was like, this is not interesting at all. So I do use one of those charms, and then that ends up coming off. You can see I've got that orange flower there, and it's still there. Tuck that blue one under. I'm like, okay, I'm not sure what else I'm doing here, so I'll just play with some more things. here I am back. I was like, that's it, I've had enough. I turned my camera off, went through my acrylics, and I found this Be Happy white acrylic piece. I'm just showing you, I used my T-square ruler to get the happy word straight. And then, so what I've pulled out here is the whimsical floral die cuts, and I found some stickers from Cocoa Vanilla Studio, and I think it's from one of the summer collections, which is where I got those 3 butterflies from. So I've added all those florals along the bottom, and you can see what I'm doing here is adding dimension behind where I've got all my embellishments. Now, these little things here that I'm using are called Tabby Pop Dots. They are awesome. If, like me, you have to cut your nails every now and then at least, or if you have no nails, or if you just don't like peeling the backs off things, find it difficult, these awesome little pop dots have got little tabs on them that you just lift off, and it makes it really, really, really super duper easy to get the backing off. The reason you saw me use my scissors is because I stuck that pop dot down in a really awkward way, so I just made things way harder for myself than I needed to. So my sequins, I knew that I wanted to scatter them around that whole circle, so I literally dumped some out into my little triangle tray and scattered them all the way around that circle. What I was showing you there was my Silhouette Studio tool. I will come back to that in a sec. So you just saw me tip off my extra sequins there. I always shake my page in case there are any loose sequins as well, which is also what I did. And I am coming in with some of the tiny little, I think they're kind of clear sequins from this mix, and adding a few of those in. But that Silhouette tool, it's awesome. You just twist the lid. That's what I was showing you. When it's not as sticky, not picking things up as well as it was, you just like rub off the adhesive stuff that's come out the end, and then you twist it until it's tight essentially, and a little bit more comes out, and you're good to go again. So I have I've added all my sequins in. I did my little shake test and this sequin fell off. This butterfly caused me nothing but grief. I ended up asking my husband if he had something that I could use to make sure it stayed stuck, and he went and got me a fishing weight which got that butterfly to stick. You saw me lift up a leaf to test what that gold pen was going to write like, and I'm just adding my journaling right around the outside of that circle, and it's just saying that I don't very often wear my glasses, but I'm really pleased that I bought some pink ones for myself this time. Giving you a close-up look at all that beautiful sparkle. I just love it. So pretty. This the July sequins, if you haven't got them yet, they are absolutely stunning. These Tabby Pop Dots, I am buying more of them. They are amazing. This is the sequin mix that I used, and here is my completed layout. I had so much fun creating this. Splatters, sequins, flowers, acrylics, all of my favorite things. Yeah, I had so much fun with this. I do have a code. It was at the beginning. It's also at the end, and it will be in the description box below. Melinda 15 will save you 15% in the store on everything except for pre-orders. I hope that you have enjoyed my share today. Make sure you head over to the Spread the Sparkle Facebook group. I hope you've enjoyed my share, and I will be back again with another share very soon. Have a fantastic scrappy day.